Hi guys, my name's Kara. This is my first YouTube video and it is a big one. I have a book haul from the past several months that includes 71 books. That's huge, especially as these are all books that I haven't read yet on my bookshelf. And I have probably over 100 in my closet that I haven't read, but I just graduated nursing school in May and passed my boards for RN, so I haven't really had time to read, so everything's been accumulating, and that was kind of my treat to myself was buying books after I passed my exams. So that's where we are right now. So this is going to be a long video, I'm guessing. Again, it's 71 books. I'm just going to say title and author, because where there's so many, I've got no clue what everything is about, and I kind of like to keep things a surprise. Like, I don't read the summary a whole lot, the synopses or whatever you want to call it on the back of the book, just to kind of be surprised. So we're going to go ahead and get it rolling so that we can hopefully get through them. I'm going to start with the hardbacks first. I think there's 20 of them and they are over here. Hopefully as I do videos, things will kind of get a little bit more chillaxed and you'll be able to see this more and I'll have better lighting, but we're just kind of going to go with the flow right now. So I am a big fan of horses, so I really like to read books by the author Dick Francis because I really like mystery and thrillers, and his books, since he was a jockey, which is the person that rides the horses in the races, if you don't know, and he incorporates all kinds of horse racing anecdotes, and a lot of his books are surrounding horse racing, so I really like his books. I'm rambling. Okay, so the first one by Dick Francis is Reflex. The second one that I have by Dick Francis is Comeback, and I think there might be another one, but we're just going to kind of go in the order I picked them up. A couple book of the month books. This is The Beauty and Breaking by Michelle Harper, and then this is The Book of Longings by Sue Monk Kidd, and I will probably say a lot of these names wrong, so excuse me, but we're going to get through it. And then I have Touch and Go by Lisa Gardner, Still Me by Jojo Moyes. I got this at the library sale that I mentioned before. I got like 21 books for like $13, so I could not complain. Where the Grass is Green and the Girls Are Pretty by Lauren Weisberger. Isle of Dogs by Patricia Cornwell. So I remember when I was in high school, I was absolutely wanting to be a forensic anthropologist, which is super strange. Anyway, we're not going to get into all that. But Patricia Cornwell writes a lot of like murder mysteries, and a lot of it is super detailed and in-depth, and I remember just reading her in high school even and just absolutely loving what she wrote. But anyway, I heard that song before by Mary Higgins Clark. The Bookmakers by Zev Chaffetz. This one looks a little strange, but we will see how it goes. Kind of Cruel by Sophie Hannah. So I mentioned I was in nursing school, so I'm broke. So a lot of my stuff, like I mentioned, is from like thrift stores and whatnot. And then if you can see here, this book is from McKay's. It might be backwards. It is a huge bookstore. They have 3, I think, of them. One in Knoxville, Tennessee, one in Chattanooga, and one in Nashville. And they have so many books. They're huge. I usually just shop in like the clearance part, even though a lot of their books are already like half price and below. I find some really good deals in the clearance aisle. So like this book was like $1. Again, don't really know what it's about because I don't really pay attention to that, like I mentioned. Okay, this is Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen. Loved Sarah Dessen when I was in like elementary school, and probably shouldn't have been reading some of the things that I did, but I think that that's probably the case with everybody, so love her books. So this is another one from that McKay store that I mentioned. It's The Vendetta Defense by Lisa Scottoline. We have Certain Girls by Jennifer Weiner. I'm going to assume that it's Weiner. Another Dick Francis book, Straight. My dog is running off of the bed. Okay, no, she's not. The Return by Nicholas Sparks. And something that I noticed, okay, we're running off the bed again. Okay, no, we're not. Something that I noticed about this book, because all of the secondhand books that I get, which is basically everything, I clean them with like a Clorox wipe just to make sure that I was a germaphobe before like COVID started and everything, but I clean all of the books that come to me that are secondhand. And something that I noticed while I was cleaning this book, of course we have this, and then I flip it over and it's like a holiday cover. So I don't know, it's a beautiful cover, but I don't know. Okay, the next one is another Lisa Scottoline. It's Look Again. Same Beach Next Year by Dorothea Benton Frank, and it is an autographed copy. Right there, she autographed it. I haven't read a lot of these authors before, but I need something to do now that I am out of nursing school and actually have free time on my hands. This is Live to Tell, also by Lisa Gardner. I have a huge stack of books over here that are probably going to fall. So, Chris and Hannah, this is Fly Away, and this is also an autographed copy. So that is cool as well. I think I found that in the library sale, so that was pretty nifty. The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes, another one by her. The Haters by Jesse Andrews. I think I found this in a little free library, and I read the summary to this one, and it sounded okay, so just giving it a try. This is the one. This is book 3 in the selection series by Kiera Cass. I have read the selection. I have not read book 2 yet, but I plan on getting it through Libby, most likely. So I found this at a library sale as well. So I was excited to have found that. Another Sarah Dessen, What Happened to Goodbye. I probably read these in like middle school, but I don't remember what they are about. So we're just along for the ride, which is also another Sarah Dessen book. So there's that. Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill. I think I've seen this either on Book Talk or on the Book Talk Facebook group that I'm on. So I'm excited to read that one. That is all of the hardback books, thank goodness. So now we're moving on to all of the paperback books, and there is a crap ton of them. So starting off strong, again, Sarah Dessen. This is The Truth About Forever. I've heard of it before. I've never read it. The Black House by Peter May. Again, that's just from McKay's. If you can see it, it was $1.50, so I went crazy. The English Patient by Michael Ondaatje. No clue. I seen this somewhere. Was it BookTube? I don't know. And heard that it was good. Okay, so never mind. I'm pulling that out of my ass. I heard that the movie was good. Now, hopefully that also means that the book is good, because more often than not, that's the case, but we will see. Eventually. I probably will be dead by the time I get through all of these books, but, you know. Every Breath by Nicholas Sparks. This was a Goodwill find, I think. Yes. The Scent of Secrets by Jane Tyne. It's supposed to take place in Paris, so had to get it. This is Two Rivers by T. Greenwood. This was actually one of my most recent finds at a Goodwill. Out Stealing Horses by Per Peterson. Again, it was 50 cents and it had horses on the cover, so I had to get it. Little Disasters by Sarah Vaughan. I'm wanting to say I heard of that on BookTube as well, but it was $1.50, so I had to get it. The Woods by Harlan Coben. When I'm With You by Beth Carey. So I know everybody mentions it, but I love, love, love the floppy paperback books. I love reading them. It's so much more comfortable, especially like if I'm like out in the pool and trying to read something. It's a lot more comfortable doing that. Another Sarah Dessen, this is Dreamland. It's like I complain about reading YA books because they're just kind of so drawly and everything, and yet I keep buying them. So that makes no sense. This is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I'm not really sure what drove me to get that. I don't know. Maybe it was because of the Avril Lavigne reference. Jesus, Pete. Whispers of the Bayou by Mindy Starnes Clark. I absolutely love Louisiana and everything to do with NOLA and just Louisiana in general. So that's why I got that. This is Lisa Jackson, Left to Die. It's a very small paperback. I don't know if you can tell. Well, my hand's like super chunky, but I love the way that it opens up. Love it. It's not floppy at all. Well, maybe, but love the way it opens up. So these two are pretty cool. They're both by Karen Slaughter. It's The Good Daughter and Pieces of Her. They're both ARCs. I've been like reading my whole life, basically, obviously, for fun. And I never really knew like what an ARC was or had ever really heard about it until I started getting more into reading, like in the past year or so. And I found these in my local little free library. So somebody over in that town has access to all kinds of good stuff. And it's not in this one. It's in this one. It was The Good Daughter. So it's actually pretty cool because I'm going to cover up her email address. But there is a note to the person that received this ARC from somebody at HarperCollins saying, "Let me know when you are ready to speak with Karen." So it's just weird that somebody in a little podunk town where I got this at, which I say podunk, but the town that I live in is way smaller, that apparently they had some kind of connection to Karen Slaughter. I don't know, but that sounds cool. I don't know. This is Speak by Lori Halsey Anderson, maybe. Of course, you've heard of Speak. Excited to read it. I've never read it before, so we will see how it is. Oh my, it's been 14 minutes, so we're going to hurry this up a little bit. This is You Were Always Mine by Nicole Bart. I keep the stickers on, as you can see. I don't know why. I just do. I guess I'm lazy. I even clean them with the stickers on. Doesn't make any sense, but this is Vanishing Girls by Lisa Reagan. Apparently it was a great price. I don't know, because I probably paid $1 for it. This is The Breakdown by B.A. Paris. A thriller. The Art of Hearing Heartbeats by Jan Philippe Sinker. Maybe. Again, all kinds of price stickers. I think I got this at the library for $1. Lisa Scottoline, One Perfect Lie. Is this Ellen? Do we know if this is Ellen? I think this is Ellen. Ellen Hilderbrand, Summerland. And apparently this is YA, which I didn't think her things were YA, but apparently they are. The Widow by Fiona Barton. Do I need to get closer with this stuff? Apparently I do. Agatha Christie, The Mysterious Affair at Styles. I've never read Agatha Christie before, so let me take that back immediately, apparently. I started to read an Agatha Christie, and it was very wordy and just absolutely reminded me of my English classes. And I immediately put them down. So we will see. I've got this, and then okay, well, I've got this and another Agatha Christie, but I am absolutely getting it mixed up. I don't think you can see it. It's a Louisa May Alcott book that I started, and it was very wordy, so maybe this will be better. And I'm just totally brain dead. So this is from that same little free library where the lady had got the ARCs from Karen Slaughter. This is Don't Turn Around by Jessica Barry. It is another ARC. It's an uncorrected proof. And this came out back in, is it June of 2020. And I just put that person's email all over this, but I'm guessing nobody's going to watch this, so that's okay. But it looked really good. It sounded really good, so we will see how it is. I'm so excited to read this. It's The Tourist Attraction by Sarah Morgenthau. Again, found it in a little free library. They're my favorite things. Truth Be Told by Kathleen Barber. I claim to be able to read, but I cannot. True Believer by Nicholas Sparks, because sometimes I do want to cry profusely while I read, which makes no sense. This is What Alice Forgot by, I'm going to butcher her name, Leanne Moriarty. I think I did well, actually. Super excited to read it. I've got 2 other of her books, and I don't think I have read one yet. Actually, I lied. I have read The Chaperone by Leanne Moriarty, and I didn't like it. So hopefully these are better, because I've got like 2 or 3 that I have not read yet. So that would kind of stink if they all sucked. Lethal by Sandra Brown. See How She Dies by Lisa Jackson. Dietland by Sarah Walker. I actually started this back when, oh gosh, it was probably like 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. I don't know. And I couldn't really get into it because I was trying to read it at work and trying to do 50 other things at once. So I couldn't get into it, but it was 50 cents. So I figured I'd give it another try. This is a novella. Look how little. I don't typically read novellas because I kind of hate to count them like as a book on my monthly wrap-ups and stuff like that. But this is Beautiful Beginning by Christina Lauren. Obviously, you know who Christina Lauren is. I haven't read any of her books yet. I've got The Soulmate Equation waiting on my Kindle from Libby from like 3 months ago or something like that. So ready to finally read something by her eventually. This is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Erin Morgenstern. We can read here, I promise. I love the floppy. Love, love, love it. Love it. The Night Circus. I just about died. Again, super excited to read it. Heard a lot of good things about it. I say a lot, excuse me. I just realized that I was doing that. This is My Last Love Story by Falguni Kathari. It actually sounded really good. And I cannot wait to read it. So I'm hoping that will be soon. Okay, hold on a second. This is what happens, children, when you do not log the books that you buy properly, because you end up buying 2 of them. Granted, this one was only 25 cents from McKay's, and this one was only $1, but still. Well, I guess I'll just pick the better looking one to keep, and then I'll just take the other one to a little free library, I guess. I seen that on the next pile that I was going to, and I'm like, I just talked about that. And I got super confused, but we're good now. This is When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. It was $1.50 at McKay's, so we are here for the deals. This is Sold on a Monday by Christina McMorris, which that sounds awfully familiar, but I'm obviously recording on my phone, so I can't look up my book buddy to find out what else she's written. But yeah, I read the synopsis of this one because I was putting it in my book buddy, and it sounds absolutely pitiful. So we will see how that is. This is The Paris Wife by Paula McLean. Again, I love books set in Paris, and especially if it's like a romance, which I don't know if this is. I don't think so. These are a couple, it looks like self-published works. I got them from little libraries as well. This is Desolation by Christopher Rufty and Bring Her Back by Jeff Strand. Not really sure what those are about, but I don't mind giving anything a try, like once. This is Falling Into Place by Amy Zhang. This is another ARC by, I think it was in a different little free library this time, so it wasn't the girl that gets all the good ones, which this might be good too, but we will see. Another Leanne Moriarty, The Husband's Secret. I don't know why I have such an issue with her last name, but we are there. Again, this was the one with the chaperone that I read and I didn't really care for, so hopefully these are better. This is Something Blue by Emily Giffen. I have read The One and Only. Sorry, I'm going back to my box of stuff that I need to put in my car to put in little free libraries. So that's what that is. I've read The One and Only, which is a decently thick book by Emily Giffen as well. And I didn't care for it because I don't mind like an age gap romance thing, but for some reason that was just a little strange to me, so I did not care for it. So hopefully this Something Blue will be a little bit better. And that is actually all the books. That is all 71 books, I think, I hope, including the double one that I just now seen that I have. So that's what happens, again, like I said, when you do not put your stuff that you've bought in your reading log. So that will just go to somebody in a little free library eventually. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh my god, this is 25 minutes long. If you are still here, I love you. Please come back. And if I scared you or scared you away, thank you for watching this one time.